in from it outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag, man. I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Family, I'm going straight in on this one. I'm going straight in on this one because I got a lot to say right here, man. So, Jeffrey Epstein's former girlfriend claims that he and sex offender once was best friends. He and who is sex offender? Anyway, she says that he and Trump were best friends. Donald Trump and Jeffrey Epstein were best friends who were up to no good. A model who dated the disgraced Epstein claims as the president tries to distance himself from Epstein case. Remember, Trump is acting like he hardly even knows Epstein. He's like, I don't even know. He was like, I don't even really know the guy. He all in these pictures. He says he wasn't even friends with Epstein. Come on, man. Yeah, you gonna say something like that, bro? But that's what they do. He can do things like that and get away with it. But yeah, they were in so many pictures together, smiling and checking out little young chicks. They were like, I saw one picture. They was looking at this little young chick. One was looking at her like this here, and the other one was like, and they were looking down. They were looking real, like, that's how you know the girl was young, because they were looking down. Fam. Yeah, fam, they were looking down, man. They were looking like they were looking like knee level. Anyway, they were best friends. Stacy Williams, who dated Epstein for several months in the 90s, told CNN on Friday evening. Last October, in an interview with The Guardian, Stacy publicly accused Trump of groping her in Trump Tower in 1993 in front of Epstein. Obviously, Trump has denied the allegations. She said that was his bro. That was his wingman. Yeah, she said that about Trump. She said Trump was his bro, his wingman. Throughout the 4 or 5 months she dated Epstein, Trump's name came up a lot. Stacy recalled to CNN's Brianna Keilar, the only friend that he would mention every time we saw each other or had a phone conversation was Donald. They were very close and they were up to no good. Stacy Williams later added that Epstein also often mentioned Ghislaine Maxwell, a socialite and Epstein associate who was convicted in 2021 on charges related to her role in a scheme to abuse minor girls with Epstein. The Independent reached out to the White House for a comment. Surprisingly, no comment yet. Stacy said in an interview that her ex, Jeffrey Epstein, was best friends with Donald Trump as the president tries to distance himself from Jeffrey Epstein. Did y'all hear Trump say he wasn't friends with Epstein? Let me tell you something about Trump. He is the ultimate self-preservation person. Self-perseverance person. He is the ultimate. This dude, he would throw anybody under the bus. He's like, I wasn't friends with the guy. And tell you that with a straight face. I wasn't friends with him. I hardly even know the guy. Ooh wee, man. So the interviewer read an alleged birthday card Trump wrote to Epstein for his 50th birthday that the Wall Street Journal first published Thursday. Trump vehemently denied the allegations and has since sued the publication and its parent companies for defamation. Stacy Williams started laughing when the interviewer walked through Trump's response to the bombshell report. Trump called that letter fake. He said it was out of character for him because he never wrote a picture in his life. Asked whether she believes the letter sounds out of character to her, based on her experiences with both men, Stacy replied incredulously, "What, are you kidding me? I know what they were up to together. It happened to me. I have the post-assault postcard with a love note," she added, referring to a postcard of an area view of home away from home. Love, Donald. Hold on, got me a troll. Y'all know we gotta get rid of trolls. Why? Because trolls are hoes. Boom. And just like that. Just like that. RRG, what up? What's up, DJ? Louis Maurice, what it do? Okay, what we got here? A couple more minutes, fam, and I'm gonna let y'all go. But I wanted to give y'all a little bit more information on this case, on this story. Stacy went on to say, "I know what they were up to," and she said Stacy and Epstein started dating after the second time they met. It was a 1992 Christmas party at the Plaza Hotel that Trump threw, she recalled. Months later, she and Epstein were talking down Fifth Avenue, walking down Fifth Avenue. Epstein was joking about how Donald thought she was hot and wanted to talk to her before suggesting they visit Trump at his office, she recalled. Trump and Epstein were very close and they were up to no good, Stacy Williams said. So she said, "We went up to their office." Check out what she said now. She said, "We went up to his office in Trump Tower, and within a couple of minutes, Donald was outside of his door and his hands were all over me. They were on my breast, they were on my butt, they were on, my hips and down while the two of them just kept having a normal conversation. They were discussing irrelevant things such as how Williams was just featured on another cover of Sports Illustrated," she said. They were back and forth smiling and grinning and carrying on a conversation while Donald ran his hands all over me. Assistants were walking back and forth while the incident occurred. If it happens in a dark alley, you defend yourself. But when it's hidden in its brazenness like that, which is Donald Trump's forte, you go into shock. She says, "So I froze and it was over very quickly. It was a few minutes. As she and Epstein got into the elevator to leave, she realized Jeffrey's energy had changed. He was like seething. He was enraged. He wouldn't make eye contact with me. When they returned to Fifth Avenue, he blamed the incident on her. She remembered, he looked at me and he just started yelling at me. Why did you let him do that? She had the same thought herself. I remember thinking like, why did I? I felt like I was coming back into my body at that moment, and I was confused," she said. When she first came forward with her assault accusations, Williams said she believed the incident was coordinated between the two men. Pressed as to what led her to that conclusion, she told the network that she was known in the industry to be combative with people who would harass her on the street or expose themselves. Jeffrey was aware of that, and I think he was excited, she said. I think the gist of, in my mind, given what Epstein knew and the way it played out was, hey, I'm going to deliver this person to you who actually not going to let you get away with what you do. And I did because I froze. Trump's friendship with Epstein spanned the late 80s, the late 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Trump said he wasn't friends with Epstein. But according to reports, Trump's friendship with Epstein spanned the late 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. And Trump's iPhone number, the First Lady Melania Trump's, were included in Epstein's infamous leaked address books. Trump's name also appeared 7 times in passenger logs for Epstein's planes. The pair reportedly fell out in 2004 when Epstein and Trump both tried to buy a Palm Beach estate. The next year, the FBI began investigating Epstein for child sex trafficking. He pleaded guilty to a state charge of soliciting sex for a minor in 2008. So for years, decades, he and Trump are cool. They fall out. And the very next year, Epstein is investigated by the FBI for sex trafficking. Interesting. Very interesting. But what say you, fam? Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.